Greetings, tutor and classmates. My name is Giovanni Peña Herrera. I'm studying the bachelor degree in English as a foreign language program in the course research project. This is the final exam. In this little video, I'm going to talk about the three chapters of the research project. The chapter one, the introduction, it talks about the general background and the statement of the problem. The general background defines the general aspects as consequences of any problem. For my topic, that is the lack of an acceptable English level in high schools, in public schools, the general background talk about the problematic, what happened in our country, why the students doesn't have a good level, an English level, and what is the performing of the students in different kind of tests of exams in national or international level. The background talks about what involves all the problem or of the problem. The second statement of the problem here in this is in this part of the chapter number one, we define exactly what's the problem. We make an statement, that is the lack of good results of the students in public schools and include in middle and high schools. The research objectives, they belong to the chapter number one, and the objectives are general and specific. The general objectives present a macro objectives which the proposed problem in order to surprise or mitigate the problem. A general a general objective could be determine what factors affect the low results of Colombian students in public schools, and the specific objectives, they are part of this general objective. For example, what aspects or what elements can affect the performing of the students in the middle, the high school, and different parts in order to get an whole objective. The scope of the research. The scope is what we or where we can get. We can reach the with the object the research. It presents all the information covered. For example, for my study, for my research, it could be the public education in middle and high school in urban and rural schools. It could be the scope. Um, the limitation is show how far the investigation goes without affecting other areas. For example, we are going to talk about only public schools, not private schools, because the private education has an involve another kind of elements that are not important for our investigation. And another limitation for our research could be the national. This is a national investigation. Okay, we are not going to talk about any schools abroad. The chapter number two, literature review. We're going to see the overview. This is information taken from different authors who have have researched about the thematic presented. In this case, we see accredited staff that have talked about different elements about the education in Colombia and related previous theories. This is not just an overview. When we talk about related previous theories, we see or we talk about different theories that are investigated to obtain information and valuable data that focus on our research. It could be previous theories, it could be Vygotsky, um, about the constructivism, and different authors that talk about the in education, but that involves theories. And the chapter number three, it talks about research framework. This framework, it contains theoretical framework and a conceptual framework. Theoretical framework is the basis of our research and has the necessary information and guide a reference for our investigation. And the conceptual framework at all those concepts that we can see in these elements, in these theories, in these studies that lead us to in our research. For example, what involves education, what could be rules of a Ministry of Education, etc. And the last one is the research hypothesis. The research hypothesis, it's the end of the investigation. When we see or we analyze the data, we can see a different courses of action about the hypothesis. This study investigate in the investigation with this study obtaining all this data can lead us to get some results to to obtain the solution of the problem or to trying to mitigate the problem. Okay, teacher, thank you very much. This is everything for my video. I appreciate your comments. Thank you. Bye bye.